Yes! Yes, we did it! We did it!
7K dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at floor 37. Okay, so floor 37 is a pretty okay floor, but round 1 is particularly tough because you have Kao. Okay, you have Kao, and that's why you have Yeonhee here, and you have Palanus, and you have Aquila, Da Qiao and Alim as all PvP units, and then you have Battery and Platine and Branz and Branzel. Okay, all these live at 1 HP, so that is why Platine has shields, so that is why I brought Tara. Okay, and also so Tara is also very useful in the second round to prevent any enrichment of enemies, and also she is really good against the round 1 Kao and Aquila, okay, both, and Alim. All of these 3 live on 1 HP and have additional effects, so Tara is going to be very useful here as well. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to show you guys my hero build. Okay, the hero build will carry on from floor 37 to 38. Okay, for Yeonhee, I gave her double lethal PvE weapons. If you're not sure how to get these, do check out the video above. And then you have, very importantly, is Lifesteal and Guardian Ring. So for duels, crit damage, reflect immunity, and PvE magic attack increase. Okay, and for traits, increase crit damage, increase lethal damage, increase accuracy rate. These are the main traits you want to give as a PvE DPS. These are her soul skills. This is her exclusive item unlocked. Okay, so for the front line, I think the most important thing is the Willful Ring. And do note, even though I gave her Galida's Might on Rin here, I did not use her Draconic Wrath at all in this video. So the Galida's Might didn't come into play, so you don't have to give her Galida's Might. And what's more important is she doesn't really take damage, as long as you have 3 magic heroes, right? So for Rachel, Guardian Ring is the most important. Agility is an additional bonus if you do have an Agility Ring. Otherwise, I think Guardian Ring is just fine. For Jewel's Lifesteal and increased Awakening Gauge, super important. Cooldown increase immunity is good in case you want to cast Phoenix but you get cooldown increase, so this is good prevention. And then you have Amelia most importantly is the Willful Ring, that's it. And for Tara, Guardian Ring, also that's it. Okay, although HP armor is also very good on Tara. I'm using Kale to decrease my skill cooldown, and these are my Masteries. So page 4 only 130 is down. The rest are all up. Page 1 is all up. Page 2 all down. Although you can flip 65 up, but I chose to flip it down to decrease HP of enemies. And then for page 3, 90, you can choose to flip it down to decrease counter attack instead. Okay, so without further ado, let us check out floor 37. So in floor 37, the strategy is to start off with Tara's Aqua Blaster. This will cast Incapacitation and prevent Aquila, Kao and Alim from surviving on 1 HP and getting any additional Void Shields. This will make your life so much easier. Now, at this point, at any point, okay, when you cast Phoenix, I'm casting Phoenix here also to increase Rachel's Awakening Gauge, because when you have Rachel's Awaken passive up, it's gonna make your life so much easier because Yeonhee's third attack is gonna hit a lot. Also, her finger skill. You see, it kills off Kao and Aquila already, and I think Alim is close to dying. Okay, if you are really lucky and you proc her third attack nicely, it should actually kill all, in this case, it kills Da Qiao and Alim consecutively as well. So it's very good, and you're all left with a Palanus. The thing I wanted to say was that at any point before Aquila dies, she can actually remove all debuffs casted on the team. And that is why I tend to just leave the battle, because it really serves no purpose, you know, to recast everything and then to just subject myself to all the Void Shield reduce and all that kind of thing. So I really just left. I really just quit when that happens. I just want my debuffs to be on there, make sure the strategy is right, and you can proceed accordingly. Of course, if you don't like to use this strategy, you can always use other teams. Some people have used Teo teams for this, and of course there's Eileen and Ace, I think. So the strategy now here is really use all your heavy hitting crit attacks to try to reduce Helenus's HP beyond the halfway mark and just reduce her heals as much as possible and as fast as you can. So this particular round takes a bit of time, but subsequently I would say it's much better. For example, in this second round, use Tara's Aqua Blaster first to actually cast Incapacitation again. However, don't worry about Miho because Incapacitation actually bypasses the debuff immunity, so you can still land your Incapacitation there. Okay, why you want to use Incapacitation there is because you don't want the enrichment to happen. And I cast Yeonhee's Awaken skill here. It kills off all of the front line very easily. Okay, why do I want to cast Yeonhee's Awaken skill here? Because I don't want Lina to heal and remove the debuff. Okay, so that's a prevention purpose. And of course, second round is super fast. All the third attack proccing, and you just end the round like that. So over here, I chose to go with Tara's Aqua Blaster first as usual. You want to cast an Incapacitation on Platine, and also Battery and Brans and Brenzel. Here I got a formation shift from Ryan, but not to worry because a lot of times you're still relying on the third attack proc to kill off enemies. Of course, if your Yeonhee is still at the back, okay, that will be so much better because she will do a lot more damage already. So this part took a while, but I think you can actually finish up this run much faster if Ryan didn't change your formation. So if Yeonhee skills are on cooldown, I actually go with Rin's Draconic Descent. Now that is why I said I don't use Draconic Wrath at all, because it doesn't have critical damage. Okay, so of course here Battery, if you saw my previous Celestial Tower videos, there is no elimination, so you don't have to worry. You can continue with your strategy. So Yeonhee, always kill Yeonhee's finger skill because it is super painful on the opponents. So as you can see here, I actually used the Galeda's Grudge. Okay, for this stage, I would say lifesteal is not as important as the next few stages. Also, just to mention, you can see that Brans and Brenzel actually broke into their Berserk mode. Why is this the case? Because Battery actually removes debuff, so I actually had to cast Tara's Incapacitation again earlier on. So right now it's just finishing off Battery, who does not have any more heals, and the third attack procs. In this case, of course, the Galeda's Grudge helps a lot to reduce 1000 HP. It is quite a big deal, even though you are in PvE. So this is my run. It took a little longer than expected. I actually have faster runs, but we'll make do with this. For floor 38, it's the very famous floor 38 that everyone is stuck with. Okay, I chose a different strategy from quite a few YouTubers if they have uploaded their run. Basically just swapping out Amelia for Da Qiao, okay? And the equipment stayed the same, completely the same, nothing changed. Okay, over here your first round you have Haka and Spina and 3 elements. Okay, so you do note that the light element actually heals the whole team. So if the light element heals the earth element, then I would suggest you just quit again, because there's no point in you trying to reduce the earth element to its death and the light element conveniently heals it back. So round 2 is pretty much like a PvP setup. Over here I'm not using a PvP team to tackle a PvP team, but you get the point. Sylvester has cooldown increase, Clemith has 5-man AoE, Rin has her Crimson Robe effect in place because there's 3 magic heroes on the team. There's Clemith, Sylvester and Rin herself. And then you have Rachel and Jave, who survives on 1 HP and has Reflect. So that is why your Yeonhee needs the Reflect immunity. Okay, Clemith 5-man AoE immunity, she appears in 2 rounds, so do take note of that. And Yeonhee is a perfect DPS because Yeonhee bypasses Clemith's AoE, and Lu Bu over here doesn't have his superpower because there's no 3 offensive heroes on the team. Okay, So for Da Qiao's equipment, the most important thing is the Guardian Ring as usual. Guardian Ring with agility on Da Qiao herself is already gonna be very good, and I'm still using Kale. Masteries stay the same, so we are going to proceed into this crazy flaw which everybody is so concerned about. I didn't take a lot of tries because I kind of tried to study the enemies and go with what I felt it was good, and I also tried to not do too many changes because I know that a lot of players don't have the luxury to keep changing teams for runs like this. So basically the strategy here is to cast Rachel's skills first. Why do I need to cast both of Rachel's skills? Okay, because your enemies are using single target attacks. The chance of them attacking Rachel is very low. They will target heroes like Da Qiao, they'll target heroes like Rin for some reason. So in order to get Rachel's Awaken skill passive up as soon as you can, you should try to cast her skills. Okay, once Rachel's Awaken passive is up, you will see that your Yeonhee is going to do a lot of damage. So if you see here, the third attack procs and kills off the earth element, and from here on you can safely just use all the heavy hitting skills to kill off your enemies. And here, if Yeonhee's skills are on cooldown, then you have to use Rin's attacks to compensate for it. So I apologize for the lag. This flaw is really toxic, super animation intensive. Okay, and Yeonhee here kills the light element, and Spina, okay, she shouldn't miss with accuracy increase. Easily finish Taka. So again, always spam Yeonhee's skills once it's available, and here is very crucial. And I want to emphasize that timing in the second round is very crucial. I'm using Rachel's Phoenix here to actually lower the damage and defense of the enemies. And over here you see that Sylvester actually broke into Berserk because I didn't cast Aqua Blaster yet. Okay, but not to worry, he actually killed my Rachel and Da Qiao. I think them dying is totally fine at this point, honestly, because Yeonhee can really take a match on her own. Okay, I'm gonna cast Aqua Blaster now. Why? Because look at Jave's HP. Jave's HP is very low. The reason why you want to cast Aqua Blaster so near to Jave's HP, and also take a look at Clemmie's Awaken skill, it is not near at all. Same goes for Rachel. Okay, Rachel is not gonna proc her Awaken passive. So you see that, so you saw just now that after I cast Aqua Blaster, Jave died from the third attack proc, and that is why timing is so important here, because if you cast Aqua Blaster too early and Clemmie or Rachel actually cleanses it away, and if Jave gets his Awaken passive up and clears away the debuff, then you're gonna have a lot of trouble because Jave is gonna do your formation change, Jave is going to have vitality, and it's gonna delay your whole process of getting an easy run. Okay, so timing is super key over here when you're looking at Jave's HP, comparing it to Clemmie's Awakening Gauge, and also Rachel's Awakening Gauge. So I'm left with 3 heroes, so really it's just spamming all the skills that I can. Nothing, you don't have anything to hold back at this point. Okay. Okay, so in round 3, I think the lag is a little better, not too laggy anymore, so I'm really sorry about the front part, but I hope the strategy gets across to you. Same thing here, Aqua Blaster primarily is to stop Alim Lu Bu from, getting Void Shields and activating any certain effects that they have. And basically, you just gotta spam all your skills right now, as long as they are ready. I think it's also very fortunate that I still have 3 magic heroes on my team alive, so that Rin actually still gets the Crimson Robe effect. I'm not sure if Rin actually will lose the Crimson Robe effect if you enter the next round with only 2 magic heroes, so that will be very problematic. So as you can see, the third attack procs are so important. Yeonhee is doing a huge deal of damage for you, and lifesteal also is so important because whenever Yeonhee counters, she's gonna lifesteal a lot of health back from 2 heroes, like 1000. 1000 is more than her HP cap, 1000 HP cap. So she will definitely survive, outlive. You don't have to worry too much over there. Kok is so near dying, but she just won't go, and she won't, you know, be subjected to the third attack prop because it's a piercing attack. So here I'm going to speed up the video. It is just going to be this one-on-one battle between Yeonhee and Palinus, which will go on like forever, maybe 1.5 minute game time. I've sped it up so it will only take about, you know, another 30 seconds maybe, I hope. But you get the idea, right? And you get the idea that Palinus cannot do anything to Yeonhee. Honestly, because Yeonhee will heal back a lot, and if you give Yeonhee double lifesteal, even better. Currently, I only give her lifesteal accessory. Okay, this one has lifesteal accessory. So yep, that's it. That is my run for floor 38. This was a pretty good timing. I mean, I'm not sure how you guys are doing, but for me, I think this is a really good timing. Yeah, I think it's fine, man. Pretty average, okay? So I hope this video has helped you. If it did, do give it a like and do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the final 2 floors of Tartarus. Thank you!